In this video, we're going to look at one that we need to factor here, and it's a little bit different only because it has something that we've got to take out of it first. So here's our quadratic, and we want to factor this into two binomials essentially, but we're going to have a common term that we've got to take out first. That's our very first step. We take out the common factor, and if I look at this, 4, 8, and 96, what's the largest number that goes into all three of those, and that's 4. So what I'm going to do is actually take a 4 out of each one of these. So it will look like this. So I've got the 4 on the outside, and we know it'll be the same because I can always distribute this 4 back in. 4 times x squared gives me 4x squared. 4 times negative 2x gives me negative 8x. And then 4 times negative 24 would give me negative 96. So these two are equivalent values. But when we're factoring, it's going to make it a lot easier if we can just take out these common factors first. So I took that out. Now we have something that looks very easy. We've done these before. This is just factoring a traditional quadratic. So we're going to factor what's inside of the parenthesis. I'm not going to worry about the 4 for a moment. It does not go away. It will stay with us because we need it to equal this original 1. We have to have that 4 here. Okay, so now what we do is we look at what multiplies together to give us a times c, but then it's going to add together to give us b. So in this case, c is negative 24. A is just a 1. So we needed to multiply together to give us negative 24, but add together to give us negative 2. Okay, so with the negative 24, I look at two factors that are going to give me negative 24. 12 and negative 2 give me negative 24. Negative 12 and 2, of course, we can always have the opposite of those. So, but no, those don't add up to negative 2, so I need to keep going here. Let's see. Negative 8 and 3, no, not quite. If I go 8 and 3, that gives me a positive 5, not quite there. 24 and negative 1, of course. We could do the opposite of that. 6 and negative 4. Okay, so now I've got 6 and negative 4 give me a positive 2, so not quite what I want, but it's close. If I flip those around, I do the opposite. I go negative 6 and positive 4. That will give me a negative 2. So those are the factors right there. Okay, I've got a negative 6 and a positive 4. So now here's what I've got. I've got 4, and this 4 came from right here. That's the one we originally factored out. That is going to stay in there. We need it to equal back to this total one if we were to multiply these all back together. Now what I do is I've got a negative 6 here, so I just bring that guy down. And I've got a 4. I bring that guy down. So right here, what I've circled here in red are my factors. 4 times x minus 6 times x plus 4. These are my factors here of this particular quadratic. Again, the first thing we do is take out a common factor, and then we just factor what's left in parentheses.